Good morning. It is Tuesday, October 7th. We are 90 days out from January 5th. The DTD2 has rolled. We are on a brand new DTD2 because we are in a new quarter. This is Q4 now. Activities in this quarter will be results in Q5 or Q1 for 26. So we're rolling through it. You are now, because we're here, and this is all in the morning news, by the way. Put this all at the top of the morning news. You're calling your A's and your W's and you're texting your R's. Calling A's and W's, texting R's. That is the start. That is week number 1. It's 13 weeks long. If you're wondering, what is this DTD2? It's Do the Database 2. It's a tool to keep us out of call bias when we're moving through our database. So you don't call the same people and have the same conversations or the comfortable conversations, or you don't avoid calling people that you haven't called. So you move systematically through the whole thing. But see, the database, our CRM, our customer relationship management tool, is not to manage them. It's to manage us in communicating with them. I guess it could be a communication relationship management tool, yet it's a customer or client relationship management tool. Anywho. You are calling A's and W's this week. You are texting R's this week. That's your DTD2 for October 7th and for the whole week, necessarily. We are in the midst of the quick start, and we are heading into Fight Club. Fight Club's every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. A great opportunity to dive into those calls for the A's and the W's, and obviously also texting your R's. Whatever you're doing to make sure that you're having the conversations that you require based on your goals. And I think this is where people need to consider, this is why conversion rates are important. This is why tracking is important. It's not fun. Nobody wants to be doing it. But when we're doing the jobby job part of what we do, the best thing that we can do is track our outcomes. If we can do a little tracking in the morning so we have conversion rates, now you know, because this is the number one question I get when we get started. Somebody joins the ecosystem or somebody joins real estate. And more often than not, when I sit with somebody who wants to join real estate, they say without a doubt that they want to make 6 figures, right? Like that's everybody, like when people leave whatever they were doing before, whatever professional commitment they had before. Because here's the thing, right? And we speak this language here where we talk about, our net, right? Because we have cost of sales, expenses, net, your 30, 30, 40 when we do the business planning clinic and talk about your budgets. 30, 30, 40, expenses, cost of sale. Then you have your net. 40 cents on the dollar is your net. And that's before Washington. And I say this with love, but let's be clear. You've got friends that tell you that they are working wherever they're working, and they make 6 figures. And I would argue they might be making 6 figures when they walk in the door, but then they have their medical, their 401k, their taxes, all that stuff. Are they clearing? Are they clearing 6 figures? So if you want to have that conversation, when we have our conversations here, at this market center here at Keller Williams, we go the route of Michael Michalowicz, which is a great book. Actually, if anybody wants to swing by and steal a copy, I have 2 that I'm looking at right now. So I'll let you have one. It is Michael Michalowicz, Profit First. So the question in the conversation is, are we talking about 6 figures when the dust settles? After Washington. That's a profit number, right? So somebody says, I definitely want, I want 100,000 in the bank after Washington. Fantastic. And then we start talking about all the activities we can do. And invariably the person says, well, how many conversations is that going to take me, Timmy? Now we know national averages. We know those numbers. And we're hearing now, it used to be 19 no's to a yes. That's not really a thing anymore. We're hearing from people that are doing it. We're in the 40s. We're in the 40s. About 40 conversations is probably going to get you to that person that raises their hand and says, I'd love to sit down and talk to you about this more. And yet everyone's going to be different. So are you tracking your outcomes? Because if we have your conversion rates, we can expeditiously complete your math and then have a better idea of what it's going to take every morning for you to get to where you want to go. So whatever it is you're doing this morning before lunch to make sure that you have the pipeline that makes you really happy on, what did we say 90 days that was? January 5th? You want a great first week back in the building after the holidays, back in the business after the holidays, back at a closing table after the holidays? We need to get to work today. It's that simple. And that's why Fight Club is every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Little 2-hour window carved out on purpose on our calendar so you can put it on your calendar and just go be in the room with other people that are doing the next right thing. There's nothing sexy about it. Wildly mundane. I promise you, everything cool you do in your career is going to be surrounded by boring. Do the same thing every day. Yes. And it's working, right? Because you'll hear people say, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Have you tried this? I'm doing this. You know what I'm doing now? Just simply ask them, is it helping you garner the results you desire? Because there's people all over the country doing all these different things. And I'm not saying there's any right or wrong. They're just doing different things. But if they can't point over time, right? You got to give it time, whatever you're doing. You got to do it consistently long enough to have proof of concept. So if you've got a history of success, then why would you stop? That's what Mark King asks. What's the thing that you used to do that worked so well that you just stopped doing it? It's madness, but we do. And we do because we get bored. I want to do something else. And I'm not saying that you can't do other things. Everyone in this industry knows you recreate yourself and your style and your standard. You're constantly leveling up. And you can plus things, but when you scrape it all away underneath the glitter and the pizzazz and the jazz hands, and your marketing and your standards should be the wildly mundane systems and models that move us forward. It's a military concept. It's called slow is smooth, and then smooth is fast. So it's going to feel like you're dragging your feet while you build this thing, while you recreate this thing, while you do whatever you need to do to make sure that you have put into process something that's going to work. And the challenge is we're never going to know if it works if we don't work it. We are surrounded by systems and models and great ideas and things that are working for other people. The thing that they don't tell you in that class that you went to, where Susie Seller told you all about her system that she's using, is she's using it. She's doing it. So pump the brakes before you sign up for one more class that's going to tell you how they did it if you're not willing to do it too. That's a huge challenge in our industry. You know how I feel about the term, and people say it all the time. It is beaten to death. I got a great class coming up, going to teach you all the tips and tricks. Tips, yes. Tricks, no. There's no tricks. There are no tricks. When you hear that word, know the snake oil is being scattered about the room. Because when you grind it all the way down to its core, there's work to be done. There are processes, for sure. I'm looking at it right there. It's over there on my high top. I was just flipping through it yesterday with somebody. We are on playbook number 3 at this company. Every one of those playbooks has sheets, one sheet after one sheet after one sheet, about how people have taken the systems and models at this company, done it long enough to build a proof of concept and a history of success, and then shared their one sheet. A single one sheet playbook of this is how I do this. And very few of those one sheets, no disrespect, were invented by that person. The golden letter. People love to think that the golden letter was invented by somebody. I mean, someone did. Most of the systems and models in our ecosystem, if not built by somebody at Keller years ago, and not even that long ago, because Keller started in 83, started in Gary's Hearts years ago, but it started in 83. Most of all the cool things that we're doing at this company are R&D, rip off and duplicate. How can we make it better? So take whatever you see on the buffet in front of you and say, I'm going to make that mine. Make your own one sheet. We have to answer the question, though, am I interested in success or am I committed to it? Am I willing to make this a long play? If you've heard me ever open my mouth, welcome to the show. If you've ever heard me open my mouth, I have at some point, probably almost every other day, waxed poetic about my future ex-husband, Simon Sinek. I adore him. Adore Simon Sinek. 3 phenomenal books. The first one is called Find Your Why. The second one is Leaders Eat Last. And his third book, his most recent book, and I mean, he must be working on something because it's been quite some time. His most recent book is The Infinite Game. And the whole mindset behind that is the actions you're taking today, are those for long-term results? Are you looking to win the battle or the war? And I'm not saying that we can't have daily victories. We can't have successes that we celebrate from day to day. What he's really boiling it down to, and I recommend that you go grab the book, The Infinite Game from Simon Sinek, S-I-N-E-K, is do you want to have a transactional tick, 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 tick business and lifestyle, or do you want to have an emotional one, an experiential one? One where while your clients are working with you, the transaction and the real estate part of it becomes the background music. Don't forget what Maya Angelou said. People will rarely remember what you said to them. They'll remember how you made them feel. That is the power of the words we choose every day. That's the power of the experience that you're creating. So I find it hard to believe that anybody can sit me in a class and tell me they've got some tips and tricks for me. I'm going to go back to the systems and the models. I'm going to go back to the wildly friggin' mundane. It's super boring until we add our heart to it and we decide that we want to share that with them and make sure they understand what we're doing is wildly important because it involves their success. At 11 o'clock, you get the Wealthy Agent webinar. That is with the Matthew Erdman. The link for that is in the morning news. He talks about saving, investing, what you're doing with the income that you're building through this career. That's every Tuesday at 11 o'clock. The link for that is in the morning news. And then today at 1 o'clock, we were on shift tactic number 7. We're doing the midday protocol. Every day at 1 o'clock, we sit down and we talk about our 3 outcomes, right? We have 3, not outcomes, I apologize, lead indicators, our 3 lead indicators. What are we doing for conversations? What are we doing for appointments? What are we doing for written contracts? And with those conversations and appointments and contracts, we have an idea of what our pipeline looks like. We report those numbers every day at 1 o'clock at the midday protocol. You go to timsoffice.com for that conversation. And then the second half of the call, we will get into tactic number 7 of shift. We're doing all 12 tactics as we wrap up the year, week by week. If I can help with anything, please let me know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. Have a great day. Take care.